Hi, this is Emily Leiphart from Art from the Heart, and in this video I'm sharing a paper Smooches card using the A Blessed Christmas stamp set and coordinating Blessed Icons dies. This stamp set is perfect for all your holiday card making, and I'll be using the angel on my card along with the Joy to the World sentiment. I start with a white A2 card base and select a couple of patterned papers from Studio Calico's Brighton Pure 6x6 paper pad. I have a bunch of card sizes available in my workspace so that I can just hold them up to my supplies and determine which card size I will need when working on a particular card. I use the A2 panel to help me gauge where I need to hand cut these patterned paper layers. I'm channeling my friend Jocelyn Olson's amazing technique here. Sometimes having straight edges is too pristine, which makes the card look boring. The image and sentiment may be traditional, but the colors certainly aren't, so I wanted to add another out-of-the-box element with the hand-cut layers. When the first layer is cut, I use it to trim a smaller top layer. Next, I pull the oval's 1 dies to determine which size is best for the angel. I'm going to watercolor the angel, so I die cut it from Tim Holtz watercolor cardstock and stamp the image with Ranger Archival ink. Once that's done, I take out my Gansai watercolor paints and start coloring. I start by shading the angel's dress with black, diluting it to gray as I move upward, and then add pale aqua to her dress. For the angel wings, I use a combination of yellows and then top it off with silver for a beautiful shimmer, which you'll see close up at the end of this video. I use very diluted dark brown to color her hair. This watercolor is very forgiving, so I can use more color, add a pool of water, and blot away to get the sheerest of colors. This was how I got the lightest of skin tones when I used the dark pink color. When the angel is done, I place her onto the card to determine the size of the oval I need to die cut from the pattern papers. If I include the sentiment inside the oval, I would use a larger one, but if I stamp it below the opening, then I'd use a smaller one. I had trouble deciding which way to go, so I place a sentiment on the card to help me. Before die cutting the oval, I want to add a stitched border to the top pink panel. I use the dots and dashes dies for this. Once that's done, I have a nice stitched frame all the way around my panel. To add more detail and to further highlight the frame, I'm going to use the Toppers die collection to add photo corners to the card. I die cut 4 corners from a graffiti pattern. Now that all the elements are ready, I can go ahead and adhere the 2 panels together and die cut the oval from the center. I use the angel and the sentiment to gauge the position of the oval, hold it in place with masking tape, and die cut both layers together. I do a quick check against the card base before stamping the sentiment directly onto the pink panel with VersaFine ink. Next, I add foam tape to the panel and adhere it to the card base. I also add foam tape to the angel and pop her into the center of the oval. While I was assembling the card, I decided I wanted to swap out the bottom right-hand photo corner and make it yellow. Part of me wanted another color in the patterns to help highlight the wings. Another part of me just wanted to throw in something unexpected. I used my trusty Zig glue pen to adhere the corners to the frame. At this point, I think my card is done, but looking at it, I don't like the stark white background. Once again, I flip through the paper pad and find some cute clouds that would be perfect for the angel. I carefully remove her from the card base, die cut a cloudy oval, and adhere it to the card base. When that's done, I reattach the angel and my card is done. As I tilt the card, you can see the effect of the silver watercolor paint on the wings. I love that it can be layered over top or underneath the other colors and still show up. Please refer to the supply links below if you're interested in any of the products I used in this video. You can also visit my blog for stills and more information about my cards. Thanks so much for watching.